everybody, welcome back. It's Angela. It is a good day to do a video, and I hope that you guys are all feeling inspired to get going with another little tutorial to put into our sunflower journal. So if you're first time here, a very warm welcome, and if you're one of my regulars, thank you so much, guys. You are amazing, I mean that, and I couldn't do this without you. All right, so I hope you've been enjoying what we've been doing in the sunflower journal. So last time I gave you the first tutorial. I've got another exciting little tutorial I hope you're going to enjoy today. So let's get going. Right, I am using, you guessed it, another mailer. This is a US mailer that was very kindly sent over to me. And I am loving these because they're slightly longer than ours, and that enables me to do slightly different things. I also wanted to use one because of the different shaped windows that you guys have and show you how I adapt that to what I want to do. So I thought I'd take it the opportunity today to show you. So this is a mailer. It still has the flap open, although we will be sealing that closed, and we can do that right away. So I'm going to do that. Just going to put some glue on the edge here. If you don't have a flap on your mailer, that doesn't matter because we're not going to use it. I just want to make sure that I do remember to close it, so I thought I'd do that straight off the bat. All right, okay, so let me get my little glue stand here, which is really handy. And I can just put the pin on the side now. Right, so we've got that closed. Let me give you some measurements for this. This is 9.5 inches in width, which is 24 centimeters. And this way, we're looking at 4.25 inches this way, or 10.5 centimeters. Okay, so that's what we're using here. I'm going to fold it, so you need something there or thereabouts. Again, this is just what I have, so go and see what you have got. You can trim what you have and make something from paper. It's really endless. Okay, so I want to grab my little pink bone folder here, which I'm loving, and I am going to fold over a flap here. I think it's this one here, like that, and that means, let me just tell you how much I have turned that over. Oops, sorry, 1.75 inches, or 4.5 centimeters. I've just turned it over. All right, so that's what I've done at the top there. We're going to have a flip up like that. Okay, so let's get going. I have actually been delving into one of my older kits, not so old, and that is a very versatile kit. This is from my vintage invoices kit. I love these because there's a lot of neutral colors in there, and I wanted to use some of the fonts and things, so I have used that today. So that's the vintage fonts, vintage invoices kit. I do love this, so I'm going to stick that down on the top here straight away. All right, so let's do that. I hope everybody's been having some crafting fun. It's coming to or in the northern hemisphere, it's coming to that time of year when I enjoy crafting the most, which is we're in autumn, as you know, and winter. Oh, I just love being indoors, cozy, drinking hot chocolate or hot tea, you know, and crafting away. It's nice and warm. Yeah, it's you know, every season has its pros and cons, doesn't it? But yeah, I'm a spring person, you know that already. But yeah, I do love every season and what it has to offer. So we're going to be sticking this down here. We want to just move it a little bit up because I want to trim off the front bottom edge there. So we've got that down like that. So that was quick and easy to do. Now, what I didn't talk you through is, do you see how that window actually goes up and has a piece up there? It's a funny shape on the corner. I have just cut out what I wanted to. I've just inked because it's a bit of a rounded corner there, and then it goes up a way. I just wanted, like I usually mention, cover up the bit that you want and don't use the section or leave that part open that you do want. All right, so that's the reason I chose to use one of these today, to show you that. Okay, so that's that. Now I just want to trim the bottom open here. And I'm looking for my crafting knife, which I had just a second ago. There it is. All right, so I'm going to just use this, and I just want to take a little sliver off the end here so that I can open the pocket up at the bottom. All right, so we've got that open now at the bottom here. All right, so that's ready to go. So I'm happy with that. Okay. Now I'm going to leave this for a moment. I want to go over to the back part. We're going to attach this bit. Let me just get that exactly right there. Bent on that fold line. Right, there we go. Now that bit there will be the bit that we stick down onto the journal. This bit here, this little flap, I want to just stick some of the green background paper onto that. Yeah, and I think this is probably a little bit too wide. And I noticed that earlier, and I was going to bend it over, but then I thought, no, don't bulk it up, Angela. So I'm just going to trim off that little bit over here. Oh, it's definitely a soup day today. I do love soup, all sorts of soup. And I've got this lovely soup little kettle thing that makes the soup in 20 minutes, which is just, you throw everything in the fridge that you, you know, that you feel you want to use up, and put in the water and the salt and pepper and seasonings. Put the lid on, press go. You can have coarse or smooth, and then before you know it, you've got this delicious soup with some nice crusty bread. I mean, what does that sound like? To me, that sounds like what I'm having for lunch in a bit. Right, so we've got that little bit stuck on there, and it's not open here. I'm just looking here if I've got it stuck down on all sides. I pretty much have. It's just that section there. Right, and we'll use that as a pocket in the end. Now what I want to do is I want to cover this side as well. So I've got to be mindful of the fact that it's going to open up like that. So I think I'm going to work with it like this. Now on the other side of this invoice paper, you can see it's this one from my kit, and I use the other piece of it, so it looks like that. Yeah, I love this color. Right, so I'm going to use the other bit, which I've cut to size over here like that. Okay, so we will go and stick that down. What I do want to do is, like normal, I just like to just take, and I should have done it before I stuck the green down really, but I just want to put a little bit of distress ink there just to take away the white, and then I can get that stuck down. Now I'm not too worried about the blue, because what I'm going to do with this, you're not going to see that, and I think I might just do the same on that side as well. So sorry if that's shaking. Okay, right, so we can get that stuck down. Now before we do that, what I've done is I've got made two little pockets here with the yellow gingham paper. I'm going to give you some measurements for these. They are made to fit two of the tags from the add-on kit. So what I've done is we have got 6.5 centimeters or 2.5 inches in width, and I've made them slightly shorter than the tag, so you've got 4.5 inches or 11 centimeters. So I've got two of those, and I've just, you know, cut a little circle out the top there, and then I've just stitched around the edges. All right, if you're going to glue it, you can glue it. You might need to make it a little bit wider, but just have a check before you, you know, do that if you're going to glue, because sometimes you need a little bit of an extra width when you're gluing. Okay, so I've got these 2 pockets here, and I want to put these underneath. Now, we need to be mindful, and I'm going to just take one of these pegs. This is just to tell me, because this is going to go on the left-hand side of my page in the journal, I need to remember that I want my tags to stick out that side. All right, so I'm just doing that to remind myself. Now, I'm also thinking about the page and the page that I'm using, so I don't want it to stick further than just below the edge of that little cutout there. All right, so I am going to end up sticking these down, so before I stick that down, so I wanted to just space them out here and glue them down. Now you can see that you're not going to see most of this, but because I'm gluing this down, I need to have a little pocket for the tag to go in. All right, so I'm going to start with this one, and it doesn't really matter which side is which, but your glue needs to come up to that point there. So we'll get that all sorted down. I'm probably talking gibberish and you're thinking, what is she on about? You'll see it all comes together in the end. She says. Okay, so I want to just get this one. Let's just get the board a bit straighter, and then I can gauge better. All right, so we're having it like this, a little bit more. There we go. And I think that's pretty straight, I hope. All right, so we've got that one, and then we want to do the same here. So just making a line across there, and then I can go and get the glue down here. All right, so we've got that. And then again, this one needs to stick here. I'm going to take it just a little bit further down. I'm trying to be mindful of the edges here, so you can just take your ruler and line them up, and on that side as well, not my straightest ruler I might add. Okay, so if we've got that like that, yeah, I think that's about right. There we go, I think that's about right. Okay, so we've got those 2 on the back. Now this can then go on top of that, so we're able to now stick this one down. So we're making lots of layers on the underside here. We will be seeing them on the front. So yeah, I hope this is not too confusing. It was confusing for me at the start, trying to put it all together in my head. So I hope that it's explained and coming across clearly, let's say. All right, so we can now stick this like this and like this. There we go, we've got that down, and we can stick it in between those ones. There we go, so we've got that down. So at the moment you've got these little ones peeking out on the side there. All right, so that's okay. And then what I'm going to do is turn it this way, because you know we can never just have enough. I've taken the rest of that checked gingham and I've made a pocket here, and that's going to now go just over the edge here, and as you can see I've covered the blue. All right, so I have folded this pocket twice. I've got it both sides. I like a firm pocket because I want it to last. So I think what I'll do, I'm not going to put the tape on. I think I'll just, this is the top. I just want to put a good amount of glue on each side here just so that it stays down. So we want that there, and we want this there. Right. Okay. I've seen lots of you have been contributing wonderful messages. Thank you so much, and thank you for your posts. As always, I love seeing what you guys are making with my tutorials and paper, and you know, I just enjoy the wonderful friendships that I've made. I do feel very blessed with all of you, so thank you guys. All right, so we've got a little pocket over here now. Okay, now as I said, when we open that up, it's going to open up like that. So we've got pocket there, we've got 2 pockets there, we've got a pocket up here as well. Right, and we're going to make another pocket. So I've taken one of my sentiments. This is one of the larger ones. Sunflower field is like a sky with 1,000 suns. There we go. Isn't it just? So we are going to make a pocket of this one. You see, we can make pockets out of sentiments too. I have got lots of pockets, but I do like to keep, you know, little notes and bits packed away. So, you know, what am I like? But that's me. There we go. So we've got that down there like that. Okay, it's coming along really nicely now. Okay, so that bit will fold down, yeah. And then what we can do is we can fit this into our journal. So let's do that. Right, so I've got it here in its cover. I'm just keeping it nice and, you know, together. We're not going to stick it on there, obviously. I'm not going to put it on there. I have now decided to put it onto the page opposite this one. I did go and stick a skeleton leaf and a little sentiment there. And these colors, they do make me feel very positive, very energized. You know, going into autumn and winter, which is pretty soon, and the light's getting darker every day, I think that these colors are very uplifting and just make me feel so much better, if colors can do such a thing. So what I've done here is I have just used a stencil. I've used antique linen over there, and I've used the bundled sage over there. So that's just decorated my page up a little bit. I'm going to move the cover out the way here. And now I'm going to just take this bit here, and I want to stick this down. Now I'm going to stick it down on 3 sides. So let's do that. Because, now before I do that, I just want to show you what I mean. Now here's the fold line of the paper. I want to keep this slightly over to that side. We've got a good centimetre there. We want to put our tags in, but they will come slightly out over here, as you can see. So before you stick it down, just be mindful of that. All right, so this is the side I don't want glue on over here. So I'm going to just put some glue on the edge there, on the top, and this is going to secure this to our page. So just make sure you do a good job of the gluing. I mean, this would work just as well with double-sided tape. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, let's get that down. Let's make sure we've got this straight. And I think that's about where I want it. Okay. There we go. All right, I've got it quite close to the top because I'm going to have a tag in here. So if we open that up, just wipe the glue off my fingers and just make sure that's nicely positioned there. Okay, that's the one we did last time, which I've stuck down now, so I'm just going to leave that like that. I do find it easier to work with these pages loose like this. All right, so we can start decorating up here now. So I'm going to come back to that. We'll start with the front here. Okay, so can you all see that? Let me move it up a bit. Right, so I'm going to start with putting in the big tag here. So what I've done is I've taken this page, and I'll grab this here. This is the mini page, but I've taken the large page, which looks like this one here. And as you can see, it's just sort of over on that side, obviously a bigger version. All right, so I wanted to get the sunflower in there. So that's the page that I used. All right, so this is now going to, I've just backed it onto card and I've put on a tab there, and this is what's going to go into this pocket at the bottom here. So let's get that in there. A little bit more, Angela. There we go. So that's going to go into that one there. And there you can just see the sunflower peeking out, which really matches beautifully with this side over there. Okay, so, and then I've got a few bits and pieces that I wanted to decorate. And I had a bit of trim here that I might want to stick onto the edge here, just to decorate it up a bit. So I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to take my Fabri-Tac because I've got a nice thin nozzle here, and I'm going to just put that down so that I can stick this on the edge here. This trim came from Plumbowtique. As you know, I like to get my things from there. I do like Vanessa's range. So I'm going to just put that down the edge there, and I know I'm going quite slowly, trying to keep a steady hand, and then I want to just put that on the edge there, and I've just got it going all the way down like that. Oops. So there we go. I think that just adds a nice finish, and I can always trim this when it's dried properly. Okay, there we go. So I like that. And then I've got a little pocket on the front here, and what I did was I took a little scrap of the what's this paper called? It's like a cream base with a gold font, which I've given out before. So I've just taken a scrap of that. This is one of the labels from the kit, and I've just used my field notes stamps. I don't know if you guys have seen these before from Tim Holtz. Love these. I've just used one of the smaller ones there, just to stamp on there and put a butterfly and a little die cut. So that's going to go into this big pocket there. And then this is one of the circle tags from the kit, which I've just put a little bit of ribbon on, and I'm going to just put that in here as well. All right, so those are just two little ones for the top. So pretty much done here. I need to get these two into the side pockets. So these are two tags from the add-on kit. I've backed those onto card as well, and these are going to go into these pockets over here. So I will quickly do that. Okay, so we've got our two tags in as well. Right, so I love all these colors at the moment, how they're all coming together. I think that's so cute. Loving that. And now I want to just do a little bit of decoration here, and you guessed, yes, I've got a couple of die cuts. So I've got a green one and a little yellow one, and then I've taken two leaves, skeleton leaf, and this is just one of my cheap little dies that I had. Sorry. And I want to just I'm going to have this like this and like this. I think it'll lap over, so we'll stick this one on first. These are from my wildflower dies, and you can find all these details in my Amazon favorites page. You know, the favorite tools. I have all the details of everything that I use from Amazon there, which is even from my printer to my paper to everything. Okay, so save you me looking for the answer for you. It's there for you. If you want any of the details, you can find them there. All right, the links for all of that stuff are at the bottom of my description box. Sorry, a lot of umming and ahhing today. Right, so we've got that there. I'm going to move that over slightly, and I've got this one here, which I wanted to just get slightly over onto the pocket. And then I'm going to just lift this up and cut that off. Right. And then I'm just going to stick down one of these leaves here, and I do love the leaves. I think it just adds something, and I'm addicted to these leaves, but I said I would be. You know, I think these would look lovely in the Christmas journal, and that is coming along, the Christmas kit. So I should have that ready by the end of this month, so look out for that. Let's get this all glued up. Right, so this is going to go on the top here like that. Don't want it too close to the edge of the fold. So right, so we've got that bit all sorted as well. Right, so I'm loving how that's looking. I hope that you guys like that too. Right, now we want to just lift that up again. I'll move this to an angle just so it's easier to see. And what I want to do is I want to just put in a couple of bits here. So again, from that vintage invoice kit, I've printed the doily one on the back. Nice to write on there, so great place to write some information. This is in that vintage invoice pack. I'm going to just, I love the light green. It goes with this, with the natural, can't think what the word is now, discoloration. It's got a proper word. You know, just from that kit, and it all sort of blends in perfectly. So this will just fit down in here. There we go. Don't know why I'm struggling with everything today. Then I've got one of these postcards I've backed onto card. I've just stuck a tab there and a bit of a coloured ribbon, so that can go into the side there. This can come up a little bit, I think. Yeah, there we go. And then I've just got one of my little mini envelopes. It's got the lovely green finishings. I have printed on the back of that, but you can just stencil if you wanted to. I haven't sealed it yet on the sides, but I'm going to just stick that in over here like that. Okay. We can tuck it in like that. Right, so that's what's going to go on the back there. Now remember, we've got a pocket there. I've just taken this little bit of ephemera, put some ribbon and a tab on it, backed it onto card, and I'm going to try and, yeah, I'm going to just stick that in over there like that. So this is a nice full pouch on that side, but you know, we haven't got that many pages in this journal, so I'm going wild with all the bits I'm going to get onto each page. So if we have a look at it now, in the journal with the page next to it, that will be next to it. All right, that's going to look like this. Let me just get this up a bit, if you can see. All right, so we've got that like that, which I think with the creams and everything is perfect with all the colour that's going on here. And I love how that looks. We've got our little pocket at the bottom here, with our tag at the bottom, our two tags on the sides here. We've got two more little tags at the top there. You've got your little flip up over there. Let me move it down again. And you've got all your bits and pieces in the back there. And then you've got a little card that you can write on as well. I mean, you could put something else on there. I'll see how I'll go. All right, so lots of writing space there for you. And yeah, I'm a big fan of having lots of places to hide and tuck things in. Okay, everyone, I hope you've enjoyed that. I thoroughly enjoyed putting this together today. It was a lot of fun. Go and have a play with your own, and I look forward to seeing how they all turn out. Thank you for your support and your amazing kindness and encouragement always. I couldn't do this without you, really couldn't. And I look forward to seeing what you're going to come up with this. Thank you, everyone. See you very soon. Bye-bye.